when this deck goes off, it is so stinking good. Or just scoops it up. Yeah, I mean, what do you do about that? Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I'm super excited to be jumping into Sultai Flash, Tempo Flash, whatever. We have our Slitherwisp here, which is kind of the main card to be building around here. So 3 mana cost Flash. Whenever you cast another spell with Flash, you draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. Perfect for kind of tempoing out the game. We want to get this down when the opponent's not doing anything else, and we can get it down there and then just start casting Flash things, countering things, doing whatever we need to, doing things, and we're going to win the game. And so basically we have our typical Simic Flash here that just also splashes into black, so we can run things like Assassin's Trophy. I was trying to run Heartless Act, and I was just thinking, like, there's so many more important things to be hitting than just creatures that I wanted to go ahead and grab the Assassin's Trophy here. And so we're kind of splashing to this deck. Like, we only splash black just for Slitherwisp. I'm still trying to figure out a better way to do this. Like, you could bring in Cunning Nightbonder first off, another card that is really good. It just didn't really fit here with the deck. Like, we get a lot of our 2-drops to be 1-drops, but there's a lot of things that just have like multiple colors on their things. So, like, we maybe get to save like 1 or 2 mana here and there, and I just don't think that it's quite worthwhile compared to some of the other cards that we can be running here, like our Fairy Vandals, which can kind of be an extra copy of our Brineborn Cutthroat with Slitherwisp, and with Sea Dasher Octopus, we can hopefully put a counter on each of our turns. Like Fairy Vandal is just another really good target for Sea Dasher Octopus as well. And so there's just a few other things. I feel like Sea Dasher Octopus is much better than just the Cunning Nightbonder. And then there's also Flash in black, which is we could also like bring in Blacklands Paragon just as like a removal spell as well, but I just feel like just removal or just counter spells were better. And so this is the deck that I ended up with. We have our 2 copies of Quench, Sinister Sabotage, 1 Mystical Dispute, and then our 2 copies of Frilled Mystic. I may go up another copy of Frilled Mystic. I was worried that splashing all these different colors wouldn't really work out for it, but so far it's worked really great. So it's at least the 1 or 2 games I've played with it so far, I've just dominated with this card, and so it's just really good. Frilled Mystic still amazing. Nightpack Amateur still amazing. I went down to 3 copies here. I know we want to be playing more than that, but I wanted to fit in some more room for Slitherwisp and Sea Dasher Octopus. I think you probably go down 1 Slitherwisp and go up a Nightpack Amateur, or go up another like counter removal spell. I think that's kind of where I was finding it to fit really well, but we're gonna try to showcase this card as best as we can here, and see how it does with everything else. Mystical Subdual, another flash that does take care of a lot of things. We can flash this in on a Winota. We can flash this in on, you know, a couple different cards that do big things. It doesn't work on ETB effects, so like Agent of Treachery doesn't work with, but we can kind of take down a questing beast with Mystical Subdual, things like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Okay, up against MTG Tom, bring it on, and I like this. We have our colors, so we're gonna keep this. I have had some issues with the colors in this deck. We're trying to go a little bit greedy with 3 colored. A lot of things need stuff. I may even play out the Triumph first. What are we up against? Yorion. We can probably play it a little bit slower. So let's go ahead and get Spectral Sailor out, and then we'll bring this out. This turn 2. Hold up Unsummon. I might be able to blink like a Bibblethip, which kills it. Alright, Spectral Sailor. Alright, Triumph. I'm not going to swing in, bring out the Fairy Vandal now. I guess we could, but I'd rather make sure that we can get to our Slitherwisp and like our bigger payoffs past the turn. And hopefully we can draw into them. This deck is probably just needing some ops and such. Okay, pass to my turn. Sea Dasher Octopus seems pretty good. All right, so attack in. Yep. So the biggest thing that this deck is missing is the ability to give it hexproof or protection for cheap. Unsummon kind of helps with this a little bit. The fact that we can like unsummon the creature underneath it and the Sea Dash Octopus still hits the battlefield is really nice. But there are some real big downsides. Our set's not great. We can Assassin's Trophy, still draw cards.
Encounter no obstacles. Hone your prowess.
So yeah, we can Assassin Trophy, Fairy Vandal. Now they're gonna shatter this, guys. Dang it. Okay, pass to my turn. That was a really good draw for them. Alright, so this is what we do. We still Assassin's Trophy. We need to be able to draw cards.
I won't forget our time together.
We're gonna make them shatter the skies with just one creature on the battlefield, flashing Fairy Vandal after the fact. Castle Lockling comes in untapped here. We could also unsummon. I guess that's better. So, okay, keep the Slither Wisp. Attack in, draw it. Pass the turn. Now we get to bring in 2 flash creatures for really cheap after we Slither Wisp. Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay. Have it target. We will unsummon. Bring both back to hand. Play Castle Lockthwain. And pass the turn. Luckily, all of our stuff are basically creatures. They do get Narset back, which is really bad for us. Shatter the Skies they can hold on to for a while. We did get them down to 13. Kenrith. Okay, resolve. Slither Wisp, Fairy Vandal. We need more blue mana, so I'm going to go ahead and shock ourselves here. Guess I can wait a bit. So Sea Dasher Octopus onto Fairy Vandal. Let's draw as many cards as we can. There is something to be said about kind of going aggro too with the Slither Wisp here. You get to get a counter onto it. Now it's a 3/3. Attack in. They get to gain 3 life every turn, down to 8. Sinister Sabotage, man, that would have been great before. Play out. So Sinister Sabotage and Spectral Sailor. We can still flash, draw a card, counter something. We can counter the Shatter the Skies. I mean, Kenrith is really good. They don't have fires. I think we're fine though. So let's go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, returns Narset. Let's flash out Spectral Sailor, draw 1 card. Never mind, can't do much about that.
Beyond the veil of reality are lost.
I don't think they're going to Shatters while they have a Kenrith, unless they maybe have an extra one.
Open mind.
Oh my gosh. Shark Typhoon. Yup, that's pretty good. Now we can't counter that. So we'd still get to draw 1 card. This is, you can't draw more than 1 card each turn. And so we may as well flash out the Spectral Sailor to draw a card. Nightpack Ambusher. That gives us a shot. Oh, it had extra loyalty, huh? Okay. We know we can't draw any more cards, so do I just want to go wide? We could just do a lot of damage here. How many flash creatures do we have? Okay, so Sea Dasher Octopus. We can't draw cards because of Narset. But we bring them down to 6. They can gain 10. We get 2 flyers. We can kind of swing in, flash onto something else. Okay, we're gonna swing Sea Dasher Octopus here. Swing you in. Swing in. So their best play here now is to draw, is just to gain life. So I guess we can't swing with Slitherwisp. Ah, come on. Their deck is just so good. Oh, it's annoying. This is why I created a video saying that this is the best deck in Standard. All right, make them use the Shark Typhoon. If they use the Shark Typhoon, we get to deal quite a bit. Okay. So down to 5. So they do block here. Oh yeah, that is the better block. We get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We don't have quite enough mana. We played the forest already.
Fury will only lead you astray.
Okay, so we can play all 3 of these. Maybe I should have swung in at face. Should have swung everything at face, actually. So we actually had lethal. But the thing is if I did go for lethal there, then Kenrith would have just gained life. So we play out Forest, pass the turn. We go Brineborn Cutthroat, Nightpack Ambusher, Spectral Sailor. Hopefully they... I would actually prefer that they cast like Shadow Disguise here. We can get them down to 3. We can also finish a Sabotage with Nightpack Ambusher. Okay. This deck doesn't have a ton of instant speed things. We get to draw 1 card here. It gains life. Cool. Probably does it again. Or draws a card. We'll see. Okay, Nightpack Ambusher. Come on, Spectral Sailor. Down to 8. They can gain 5 more. Kenrith is so flippin' annoying. Yeah. I mean, I prefer them doing it right now. We can still counter the Shadow of the Skies, but they gain 5 every turn. We have decent draws here. We could get rid of the Narset. I think that's important enough. I don't think we can win. So what happens if we swing in? So if we swing in with everything, we can flash. We don't get to draw a card. We get to do they'll block here and probably here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 2 flash things. If we get to hit and do 1 more point of damage, we have a shot. I think it's better to try to wait 1 more turn. I know they're going to gain even more life, but like these Brainborn Cutthroats are actually pretty big. If we can get rid of Narset and start drawing cards, we can go with a pretty... Like if we get to string together some Slitherwisps, this deck can be insane. So the worst thing is if they go like Fires of Invention. Actually, if they go Fires of Invention, we can counter the Shadow of the Sky still. Interesting. I mean, this one, yeah. I mean, okay. That's fine.
I was not prepared for this.
Okay, pass the turn. Start growing the board. I mean, this deck will beat Kenrith over time. We need more blue mana, though. Can only do so many things. Okay, they get to hold up. So we can actually do something kind of silly here. So 3 great. Oh, this is a 3 convert mana cost thing. I was thinking that we could like mutate onto it. All right, let's go ahead and Brineborn Cutthroat. See if we can draw a card here. If we counter this, they just shatter the skies. All right, so I was hoping that we can find like a quench and this. But we cannot. So let it resolve. Hit Nightpack Amateur probably. I wish you could change the target too. You cannot do that either. All right, resolve. I mean, the thing is they don't have to cast Shatter the Skies now though, but we have to have the counterspell available for it. Otherwise we're dead. D-E-D dead. We don't equip onto anything, we just flash it out. Down to 11, draw a card. Yeah, this is getting bigger the more cards we draw. We will play out Nightpack Ambusher, even though we don't get to use it. I mean, I'm fine with that. Play out Nightpack Ambusher. Draw a card, Sea Dasher Octopus can get through. Do we have lethal, actually? They gain 5, they go up to 16. They block here. I think we can do it. This is close. Sinister Sabotage costs more next turn. So we have to go all in. Just let them cast it. We hope that we can kill Kenrith along the way. Frilled Mystic. Okay, we can cast Frilled Mystic next turn. I should have played the blue mana. Keep saying I need more blue mana. Alright, this also has Flash. So attack in. We draw lots of cards as well if they just let these guys through. So Slitherwisp can be annoying for them. Blocks there. Intriguing. All right, let me do the math. Kenrith can come back. I think they have to block here. Yeah. So 5, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have enough, right? So just making sure. 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, so we're actually 1 off. We get to draw 2 cards. If we get 2 flash creatures, we're good. So if we get some cheaper flash creatures, we're fine. Down to 2. Draw 2 cheap flash creatures. Not quite. Oh, we're so close. All right, pass the turn. See if they have double Shatter the Skies. All right, we get to draw a card. We get to grow things. We get to bring them down to 1. If they have Fire of Invention after this, actually that's the second spell they get to cast, so that's fine. Moment of the Sea. I think some of these decks are running some neutralizes now, so it is a possibility they can have neutralize. If they draw that, that's so ridiculous. Oh my goodness, what a game! That was, oh, that was so fun. And really long too. Up against Gamble. Bring it on, Gambler. This looks pretty sweet. Again, our color base is definitely showing us issues. But we can also do cool things. Flying protection. I may go for like Rhineborn first. But if we get a Sea Dasher Octopus, this is so good. So pass the turn. Double Brineborn's not bad either. Paradise Druid, lots and lots of mana. More, so all creatures. Go ahead and bring this out. Have they played a land yet? I believe so. I want to be able to play Slitherwisp next turn, so kind of scare them to attack. This has reach, so pass the turn. So if we find Black Source, we can actually play Slitherwisp. Okay, play Brineborn Cutthroat. Well, scry, try to find something. Don't have the colors for it. Pass to the bottom, pass the turn. We're playing all of the Triomes, and I don't feel like we've seen a Triome yet. What is up with that? If ever we get the Triomes, they're nice. I mean, hitting more dual lands is good. And this is why we have such a like a creature heavy early game. I think we just take our beats from Umori. If they swing in, we get to play Brineborn. Is this mutated or is it just? It's just normal. All right. Quench would have been really good there. No blocks. Take it. All right, let's see if we can find something useful. That's not useful at all. If they get to mutate onto Styrax, it is so insanely powerful. X is the number of times this creature is mutated. And so if it gets to mutate like a couple times this turn, and with Umori it's very possible, they just get 3 permanents off the top of their library on the battlefield. Why would you not mutate here? I mean, Luna does something similar, but it's even better with Strix. I understand like getting more big creatures, but you get more that way too. All right, I think we have to draw a card here instead of Brineborn Cutthroat stuff. We'll go ahead and we don't have any flying blockers besides this, huh? It has trample anyway. Chump block, draw a card. All right, we get to play things. We do get to play things. Oh man. Overgrown Tomb, shack it. Pass the turn. We're gonna take a massive hit from a Luna. We get to play Slitherwisp and Fairy Vandal. Yep. That's 2 big blockers for these guys. That's a lot of big dudes. All right, attacks in. Okay, I want the Nightpack Ambusher out, but I think Slitherwisp. Is it better? We need to find a way to actually close out this game. I'm really amazed they're not swinging with the Luna. Ooh, Spectral Sailor. All right. We'll double block Styrax. We lose 1 guy, but I think that's worthwhile. We take 4. That's okay. Down to 8. And chaining together Slitherwisp isn't a bad way to go either. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. We get to draw at least 2 cards with Fairy Vandal, so they will get at least bigger. Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't swing it with the Luna. All right. How many times is this now? 4. Oh, it's so good. Counter spells would have been nice to hit. We only have like 10 of them in the deck, but you know, whatever. I guess I could have tried to draw a card for it. That would have been worthwhile. All right, let's go. Nightpack Ambusher, Spectral Sailor. I almost wonder if it's better to go with like an aggro plan, because these guys, if they come out, the fact that they deal damage is really good. Rainbow Cutthroat, Fairy Vandal can be very, very aggressive as well. And so we might just want to go like a Demure Flash aggro. See if they try not to swing in. They don't swing in. Oh my goodness, this is so good for us. We only get to play 1 Slitherwisp. So, I mean, they get to keep doing crazy cool things. That's fine. We pass the turn. Get a Nightpack Ambusher dude. As long as our flyers can get to where they're bigger. Oh. Alright, let's go Slitherwisp. Draw a card. See if it can be a counterspell. Well, let's see how far away we were from counterspell. Apparently, okay, there it is. Just a little deeper. Yeah, that's good. All right, so we have the 2 best cards in our deck and Unsummon to slow down the game. I'm going to keep this, hopefully find some other things. The nice thing here is that we can actually cast both of them, and that's an important thing. Yeah, I'm going to get down the Triumph first. We can play lots of tapped lands. We can get Spectral Sailor out. I think we'll be fine. Up against Gruul or Ringler. So maybe we could technically not play this here. We could flash and unsummon. I think it's a little bit safer. So pass the turn. We may even just block the Wrangler here. I think just, if they're going aggro, slowing them down in any way, shape, or form is worthwhile. Yeah, we take 1 from the trample. That's fine. Trample tribal, probably. Do we care about this that much? We want to get down Slitherwisp next turn. So let's go ahead and unsummon. We're going to show like we have a counterspell here, so they may like play around it a bit more. Pass the turn. We have to shotgun again next turn now. Sure, we'll let you have that. That's fine. We don't actually have anything for that. All right. Slitherwisp. Have to shock ourselves again. We are definitely playing Nightpack Ambusher against this deck. Pass the turn. See if they have the ram through. Rule Spellbreaker. Putting it on 4, I'm assuming. That's the way their deck is working here. Tax in. Nightpack Ambusher. We will kill the Horn Beetle. I think it's better overall. This is just whenever it enters a battlefield. So block here. Mystic Subdual is kind of nice as well. We care about the Crontranger of this. All right, let's go ahead. We do get to draw cards, so I guess we try to play untapped lands, get better things. I could kill the Gruul Spellbreaker by swinging in. They block. We Mystical Subdual. We can do that. Oh wait, actually here. I forget that we can't do that instant speed. I think it is better to get the wolf though. We'll take our beats for a turn or two even. Okay, roll Spellbreaker number 2. Okay, resolve. Maybe I should have gone for... Alright, let's go ahead and flash out. Yeah, I should have at least hit this. We can kind of deal with the other guys, I guess. Why not? When this deck goes off, it is so stinking good. Yeah, because it already triggered, it still happens. So I should have done it before they cast it, or before it entered the battlefield. Or just scoops it up. Yeah, I mean, what do you do about that? That is pretty good. Oh man, I mean, we didn't have anything in our hand, but opponent didn't know that. We could have just had like tons of other things for the next turn. That's so good. Okay, up against Jeff Vader, bringing on Jeff Vader. Lots of things to play. We're gonna keep it. Hopefully, we have our 3 colors. The hard part is that we need 2 black and 2 green, and we need blue for every other spell, basically. So it's a little bit awkward. That's a good turn 1 land. We have the ability to play Nightpack Ambush with that. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we don't have any card draw for these Fairy Vandals. And they're going to get... Like, this is the Mardu Luris Knights deck that is kind of bonkers. Honestly, I'm terrified of this deck right now. It's really good. And so let's go ahead and... I guess we get out our green mana. We can Brineborn Cutthroat, make it big. We can also just chump block. I'm debating too if it's better to play the fairy that makes things a little bit weaker when it comes in, just to slow the game down a little bit more. I do like Fairy Vandal because of what's his bucket? I can't think of his bucket anymore. What is his bucket? Oh, that's gonna be good. I think we have to block the Corpse Knight here and hope that we just find other good things. It's just too good. Okay. Yeah. Pass the turn. If we get to play Nightpack Amateur and keep it alive for a few turns, we should win the game. Otherwise, we're dead. Alright, yeah, taking 6. We could chump block. Starring Veteran is really good there. Okay then. Alright, Fairy Vandal, Spectral Sailor. Maybe we should have held on to the Brineborn Cutthroat for a turn. But that would have been like 5 more points of damage. Pass the turn. They're going so wide. Yeah, this deck is really, really good. And then you also get called the Erstwhile, which you can bring back like with Corpse Knight, do a bunch of good things. Oh, I'd love a counterspell right now. We're definitely dead. My Grateful Formation still gets to be played with Luris. Yeah, that's good. I think that's death. All right, let's try this out. We'll try to keep ourselves alive. Block and block. Definitely dead. This is a permanence, right? So they can't have Embercleave. I was gonna say if they could do that as well. Fight as one. All right, yeah, definitely dead now. Ooh. That, I think, I've seen that deck. Every time I've seen that deck, it's been consistent, but I feel like it can't consistently be consistent. You know what I mean? But so far it's been doing it. So I don't know. Maybe it actually has the means to do it. Okay, up against Darthrotop, we definitely need to mulligan this one away. That looks better. We'll keep it. dropping... We don't really need the Triome right here, but I don't want to get rid of it necessarily. Let's go ahead and drop the Unsummon. We get Spectral Sailor into Sea Dasher Octopus, start drawing cards. Fairy Vandal, start getting counters onto Fairy Vandal. If they don't have an answer for this right away, we actually do a lot of damage. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Island, pass the turn. Flash and Spectral Sailor. I mean, they're going to take Sea Dasher Octopus, so that's fine. We'll play out Spectral Sailor. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. Alright, play Forest. Swing in. Pass the turn. Thought Erasures. I've not played against a lot of people with Thought Erasures. That would be a great time for them to play another one, though. Okay, play out Fairy Vandal. We could cycle the Triome here. Assassin's Trophy. Not the Fairy Vandal. Interesting. We'll grab a Swamp. Now we're definitely going to cycle. If we don't hit anything worthwhile here. Alright. Play Island. Hold up, Sinister Sabotage, swing in. Down to 16 past the turn. Alright, we'll cycle. This actually isn't the second card for the turn, so it doesn't work with Fairy Vandal. I forgot, so we did need to do it on the other turn. Okay, we will play... We need to have 3 blue mana for this. So Fatal Passage. Activate. Grab Island. Attack in. We're kind of showing that we have this. Okay, onto Fairy Vandal. The worst thing here is if they like flash in a shark. Alright, Sinister Sabotage. Brainborn Cutthroat is pretty good. Is that aggressive enough? We draw it right now. Like, I think we're looking for Nightpack Ambusher or something like that instead. If we don't have any action here, it's really annoying, but gotta go with what we can get. Special Sailor, okay. We can play that, draw a card. Extinction Event. Yeah. Okay, Overgrown Tomb tapped, pass the turn. Spectral Sailor, draw a card is not bad here. Up against another Sultai control deck. Shocking themselves. I'm assuming they have like things like sharks or something. I really am not sure what they're playing here. They could counter this. Draw a card. Why would they do that there? I mean, I guess so. Since we're playing a flash deck, we're tapped down. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. How much mana do we need? 1, 2, 3. So we don't have enough to Frilled Mystic and draw. We could draw something and counter something else, though. We'll go ahead and play this tapped. Swing in. Next turn, we get to draw and hold up this as well. So pass the turn. Thought Erasure. We will Frilled Mystic. Doesn't die to Ritual of Soot. Doesn't die to most of their removal now. Maybe another Assassin's Trophy? Okay. We can draw 2 cards here. Sweet. Alright, swing in for 4. And this has been feeling pretty good, even though they've had lots of, pretty good answers to what we've been doing. Cycles for 2. Okay, resolve. Blocks the Spectral Sailor. We will draw. Making sure it's leaving up some blue mana. Okay, Nightpack Ambusher. They are tapped down. Let's draw more cards. I think more card draw is going to be better than just getting the Nightpack Ambusher here. We get Spectral Sailor 2 card draws as well. Uro is not good. I think I should have played out the Nightpack Ambusher, because then we could be actually getting it for this next turn. Now they're going to be gaining life, swinging in each turn. We need to find Assassin's Trophy, Unsummon, Brazen Borrower. Shock ourselves. Pass the turn. I'm shocking there because we can play Spectral Sailor, Nightpack Ambusher, and still draw a card. We will take 6 here. We're kind of locked down for a moment. And our Electo's not too low that we can't do this, so no blocks. Down to 12. Try the Canarium. Okay. Kills their guy as well, so that's fine. Okay, Spectral Sailor. Trying to gauge if they have anything there. Thassa's Intervention does counter this. Hope for no removal. Yeah, they've got it. Everyone's always got everything. That's cool. Alright, Slither Wisp is decent. Okay, Temple of Mystery. Sinister Sabotage. Okay. Leave it back as a blocker. Pass the turn. Ew, man, this is close. I think we have to block with Spectral Sailor. We can take it one more turn and play this a little bit safer. So no blocks one more time. And very low. Ritual of Soot. Okay. So we have Slither Wisp, Nightpack Ambusher, draw into Sinister Sabotage, have it for the next turn. Hopefully draw more things. We don't have enough mana to do more than that, I don't think, for... Yeah, no we don't. So that also kills Uro. They can play it again. So I guess I didn't think about that. We could have also Sinister Sabotage the Uro. More triggers for them. Alright, play Slither Wisp. Do we have enough to counter here? No, we don't. We're just shy. Nightpack Ambusher. I mean, we're still letting them have a shot to find an answer here. Alright, nothing. Nothing is good. Okay, pass the turn. Create a wolf. Now we have blockers for days. They can still gain a lot of life, draw lots of cards. It is going to be really annoying for us. We can cycle, Sinister Sabotage, do some good things. We may even block with Slither Wisp. They swing in here. How many cards are in the graveyard here? Yeah, man, Slither Wisp is pretty good. We have to block, so let's just go ahead and do that. We can hopefully cycle into something else. Let's cycle now. If we can find something with flash and draw a card that's not too expensive. Alright, that's fine. How many cards are in the graveyard? That's fine. I'd rather counter one coming from the graveyard. I was debating on even throwing an Uro into this deck because it's just so powerful. Brineborn Cutthroat. We do just need to make sure we have bodies. And that can be a pretty big body. It can even be an Uro along the way. I know that they're going to run into more removal, but gotta do what we can. Swing in. Okay, before blocks, so resolve. Bounce. We don't get the Nightpack Ambusher thing now, but that's fine. Pass the turn. We will counter that. Well, now we don't have a card to bounce us back to. We can at least kill Ashiok with a Brazen Borrower. Yeah, brings that back. We exile it. We know we don't have much on top here now. This has been a brutal matchup. Okay, swing, kill Ashiok. I mean, we've kind of stayed in the game. The Uros are coming back next turn. They just have got so much value. Pass the turn. Ah, okay, the third Uro. Yay! Down to 26 cards. They're definitely going to finish it off before... I mean, we can maybe get to them to be milling out, but I doubt it.
I leave you with your scars.
Yeah, draws more cards. Play out Brainborn Cutthroat. We can potentially kill this Uro next turn to slow him down a bit, and hopefully we can top deck better than they do before they have enough cards in the graveyard. Yeah, it's kind of our best shot, so pass the turn. We're still not out of this game, but this is such a rough matchup. Alright, so attacks in. Oh, we can't block with... Right. I was thinking that we could block with Brazen Bar, but we cannot. So we get to chomp. Castle Vantress would be really nice about now. Some more card draw, something. They just have had all the answers the entire game. Yeah, that's game. We kept drawing into things where it's like, well, we might be able to pull this off, but not quite. All right, up against Millstone. I'm hoping they're not actually milling. We're gonna go ahead and keep this. We could hold back the Spectral Sailor for a turn. Let's see, we're up against Lurrus. Drawing well will be important here. Let's go ahead and Temple of Deceit. Sea Dash or Octopus? Man, every time I feel like I scry it. So I had a game before this where Spectral Sailor, I found Sea Dash or Octopus, and it's the perfect thing to play on turn 2 if I had just played out the untapped lands. Breeding Pool tapped, pass the turn. We may actually want the Sea Dash or Octopus to come out as a good blocker for this. Especially if they have Priest of Forgotten Gods here. Of course they do. Cannot counter it. Slither Wisp, we don't have the mana for just yet. We can counter something with Mystical Dispute. Pass the turn. I probably should have swung in to see if they'd actually go for the Priest of Forgotten Gods, just swinging in. Let's see here. Witch's Oven. Yeah, if they have multiple, this is really bad. And maybe just flashing out Sea Dasher Octopus would be better. We don't have a lot of other ways to interact with that. They can just bring it back into this. Alright, we discard Nightpack or Ambusher. Nightpack Ambusher. Actually, maybe Slitherwisp, because if we find green mana, I'd rather have this. But it's whichever one we find, I guess. So I guess we drop this. Yeah. Priest of Forgotten Gods, super good. Alright, we do get Slitherwisp. I mean, we can play this at instant speed, but so can they. So we might just need to wait until we can flash 2 things in at a time. Pass the turn. I mean, we hope that they swing in. We would love to be able to just block them. Luris comes out here, probably plays either Cat or the Oven. Alright, let's see if they swing in with Priest. Please do it. Because they have Luris, yeah. Now I may want to Slitherwisp or Sea Dasher Octopus instead, because we can swing in, and I'm doubting that they'll block with Luris, so we can draw a couple cards. So let's go Sea Dasher Octopus. They sack with the Oven. Yeah, that seemed like a really greedy attack there for them. They know that we're playing Flash already. Maybe some people haven't really seen it that much, though. Alright, attack in. We're hoping for land. We'd love for them to block, too. That's fine. Alright, and then give us green mana. That'd probably be the best, so we can get out Nightpack Ambusher, create tokens every turn. We could slow him down by making him play replay Luris. I mean, we can flash it in, so pass the turn. Getting out Brazen Borrower for more card draw could be good here as well. Going 3-color does make this deck a little bit harder to play. It's definitely true. I think I want to try to get the Slitherwisp down. They're playing that from the great, yeah, so resolve. You probably drop another Nightpack Ambusher. Having 2 of them gone, though, is really annoying here. I guess we can drop Sea Dasher Octopus. We have card draw already. Okay, drop a Sea Dasher Octopus. Okay, play Slitherwisp. Tapped land. They just block with Sea Dasher Octopus here. I guess we can swing both at least. Let's... Now we don't need any more green mana. Alright. I think that we are going to be able to pull this off. Maybe. Them getting Croxa back will be really bad, but then we can bounce it. Luris is really bad here too. Swing in. They get Cauldron Familiar back. We get them down to 15. They have a lifelinker. I don't think there's a really good time to be playing this. I think I'd rather just draw cards with Brazen Bar or just play it out. They may forget that it can come back. If they Crocs it, we'll definitely play to try to discard something other than Night Pack Ambusher, get some value this turn. Okay, plays another Croxa. If they have red mana, they get to play it again now. 5 other cards, so not quite. We discard land, take 3. Now this is a tight game. Yee. This is a hard matchup, especially without like good interaction for the Priest of Forgotten Gods and stuff. They just bring out a Croxa. Okay, we lose Night Pack Ambusher. Yeah, it's a good play. We have quite a bit of damage we can be swinging in with now. Swing with Luris. Alright. Some people forget that this can't block. I was kind of hoping that would be the case here. What's our best play? Probably like Sea Dasher Octopus. Definitely not that. Alright, swing in, swing in. Land means that we're taking a bunch and a half from Croxa, so we're actually dead right now. They bring this back for 7. They get to play it again. And they get to Croxa. I guess we're not straight dead. We're very close though. We just fizzled. Didn't get enough card draw out of this. The Sea Dasher Octopus, maybe we should have waited and made sure it got onto... Well, we couldn't make it work with the Sea... yeah, okay. They got it all. We're done. Alright, so that's the deck for you guys today. That's what can happen with this deck. We had some pretty good games in there. I think I'm going to be cutting out a few games that just weren't... Like, I just didn't ever hit the lands that I needed for anything. So I have had some issues not hitting the right lands. I also had one game that I didn't get to show where I just, it was perfect. We just destroyed Fire's deck that I didn't even feel like I was struggling at any point. And so there's some times this deck can just be phenomenal. So I think that it needs a little bit of tweaking. I think that it may just need a bit better cards, or it depends on meta. I think this is more of like a best of 3 type of deck where you can bring in the sideboard cards that really matter. You can have the Aether Gust, you can have whatever. But as it is, I think maybe more quenches. The fact that we never found one quench, and I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I never found one quench in 8 games. So maybe more copies of that, because I feel like every time I was like, man, quench would be great here. That'd be sweet. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.